Here we go. So this is, again, a super simple pro forma. So a couple of things real quick, just housekeeping. Everything in yellow could be and should be changed. Everything in gray are formulas, so don't touch those. Those are off limits. No, no, no. Okay. All right. Very cool. So really quickly, you just put like your biz name, and you guys are in Virginia. Hopefully I spelt that right. Very good. Okay. So this is what you do. Okay, say that you want to sell something, and it really doesn't matter what you sell. I put here monthly units. So a unit could be an actual thing, like in my business, a cup of coffee, or it could be a unit, could be a unit at a time if you're doing like a service or something like that. So what is a monthly unit? So let's just say that we're going to use my business, Red Eye Coffee, in monthly units. So I needed to figure out, okay, if just really general, like if an average cup of coffee cost $5, okay, and the cost of goods sold. Now, the cost of goods sold is how much money does it cost you to actually sell this? So a lot of times that's around 50% is usually a good measure for actual products or food items. So let's just put in 50% just for fun. And let's say I'm going to sell 1,000 cups of coffee every single month. Now you see all these formulas are changing and everything. So right now it shows down here that my net profit is $30,000 a year. Hey, that's not too bad, but there's a problem. I used to pay about $2,500 a month in rent. So that's $30,000 a year, right? If I'm doing the math correctly in rent. So now we see that, I'm not making any money. And also I'm not even being paid. So you got to figure out what is the base salary that you are willing to work at. So a lot of startup people, you know, they live lean and mean. So let's say like $35,000. Okay. And I can't run my business all by myself. So I'm going to have to hire employees. So let's hire employees for $12 an hour. And I'm going to need them about 40 hours a week. Now we're starting to put all of this in, and you can see I have a loss of $66,000 essentially, but we're not done yet. Okay. Operating expenses, you know, just utilities and insurance and all of this kind of stuff. Let's put in like 30% there. And then maintenance stuff breaks, right? On a regular basis, unfortunate. So let's put like 2% of revenue goes toward maintenance. And then central administration costs are just anything like attorney's fees or accountants or anything it costs to run your business. So let's say that is 15%. Okay. So if I'm selling 1,000 cups of coffee at $5 a piece every single month, and I'm running my business the way that I think it needs to be run, I'm going to lose $94,156 a year. Okay, right now I've just realized this is either a really bad business or something has to change. Now, I'm not going to work for anything less than $35,000. Most employees aren't going to work for anything less than $12 an hour. So I can't really do anything about that. I really can't do anything about my annual rent expense. I really can't really do anything about cost of goods sold. So the only thing I can do is either raise my prices or raise my monthly units. So let's see, 30 days, let's say on average, you're open a day. So say that's 330, or excuse me, 30 something cups of coffee every single day. I think that we can do actually a heck of a lot better than that. In fact, I think that we can sell 100 cups of coffee a day. So let's say 3,000 monthly units. Okay, now that only changed everything down to $90,000 a year loss. So we still have a really big issue. And you can see that that we got $180,000 now in revenue, where before it was, when it was 1,000, it was only $60,000 in revenue. But even when we're selling 3,000, remember our cost of goods sold is at 50%, and it jumped up. So what if we can source better and make bigger deals and everything, and get our cost of goods sold down to 36%. Now we're doing a little bit better, right? That we're going to have $64,000 in cost of goods sold, $180,000. So we're still losing $65,000 a year. So we got to rethink this. So how are we going to make this business viable, or is it even a viable business? Right now, it's looking pretty rough. So what if we really train our employees and to upsell and do muffins and stuff like that, and we could do our per unit, which in this business we call per, each ticket, raise that to $7 a ticket, and actually get maybe 4,000 units going. We're still losing $38,000 a year. So what this actually means is that the way this sits here right now is pretty challenging, trying to figure out how we're going to make it work. So I, as a entrepreneur, can say, you know what, I'm gonna work 60 hours a week, not 40 hours a week. So that means that I can decrease this to 20 hours a week. Okay, now our loss is $25,000. What else could we do? We can look for a different location that isn't as expensive. Maybe find a place that is 15, half as much. Maybe it's only 15,000, $1,500 or $15,000 a year. So let's put $15,000 a year. We have it down at 10, and maybe 5,000 units. And now we just have just barely broken a profit. So this is a really quick and easy way to think about, like, okay, how is this business idea viable? And really quickly just inputting everything. And honestly, most businesses aren't viable. And that's what you're going to find, is most of them are not workable. But it's a lot easier and a lot less stress figuring that out in 5 minutes on a simple pro forma than it is in real life, where you have put all your life savings into something and it tanks. So hopefully that was helpful. Hopefully you're enjoying this class, and hopefully this pro forma will be useful and helpful for you.